So this is a great example of when you're wrong. So it was awful. So what I had learned was like the best way to figure out like, your business should be a painkiller, not a vitamin, all these things.
Yeah.
And so like the best way to learn what people wanted to pay for was to like understand their struggles, see their workarounds. And we had like a decent group of customers. It was probably 10 to 15% of our customers
Mm-hmm.
who had business partners or employees, and they wanted them all to be using Oze. And so
Okay.
for them all to be using Oze, they would share login and password, and you would log out and he would log in, then he would log out and she would log in.
Yeah.
And we talked to them and we were like, what if like you could, like a normal SaaS product, all use this together? And from a business standpoint, we were like, okay, well, if they're paying someone regularly, like then they have money to spend on subscriptions more than someone who maybe has more volatility in earnings and therefore works alone. One of the things we had learned during our research was that lack of transparency into cash flow was more of a hindrance to hiring an employee than lack of cash flow. Nobody bought that feature. Like it was really bad. Like when the team now wants to influence my decision making, they're like, well, remember when you wanted our first feature to be teams?
That's incredible.
So I think we had it that we launched, God, it was like 9 months. We launched that in like December,
Yeah.
not like of 2018. We got like our first paying customer, maybe 2019. The years all have blended together.
Doesn't
We got
matter.
like our first paying customer like Christmas Eve,
Okay.
and then like two more in January. And
Yeah.
until we went to the next we ended up basically creating paid features for sole proprietors, and
Okay.
that came out like the following September, October. Until we got to that whole stretch, we had like 6 paying customers, and they were paying like 30 CDs, which at the time was like $6 a month.
Got it. Got it. Got it.
Now we have 3 different paid tiers
Okay.
and strategies on how we move people up the tiers, what tiers we target people for. It makes a lot more sense. We were one of the first, if not the first, subscription apps in Ghana. Like obviously there's, international ones like Netflix, but there wasn't really this idea of apps or something that you pay for
Yeah.
in Ghana. Like
Yeah.
when we first launched, there was no way to pay because no one here has like international credit, not no one, but our customer base does not have international credit cards. So there
Right.
was no way for them to pay anything on the Play Store or the App Store.
Oh,
So
okay.
right when we came out with it, MTN, which is the dominant telco here,
Yeah.
had launched a partnership with Google Play where you could use mobile money to pay, but
Okay.
still like reoccurring payments, like
Yeah.
how that works seamlessly on a credit card.
Right.
We're still using mobile money and people don't use their mobile wallet to store value.
Yeah.
So our churn rate is higher than, let's say, a comparable company in the US because a lot of times the payment fails because
Can't
they
pay
don't have money in
if they
their
want to
wallet.
pay. Yeah. Even if they want to pay, they can't pay you.
Right. So our like win back rate is also much higher than a
Right.
comparable company, but it
Yeah.
just adds a lot of cost to your payment, like human cost of the follow up and all of that.